My name is Isao Aratani. I'm 75 years old. I'm a member of a volunteer group called HIP, which is Hiroshima Interpreters for Peace. I was 13 years old, a second year student in junior high school when I was exposed to the atomic bomb. I was in a potato field in the East Military Parade Ground, which was about 2.2 kilometers away from the hypocenter. Situation just before the bombing. The war was not going in Japan's favor. The people had to prepare to die in the decisive land battle upon the mainland which would be coming. The students who were third-year junior high school students or over were mobilized to munition factories in the suburb of Hiroshima City. Most of them are safe. The first and the second year students were mobilized to work on the demolition of houses, to construct firebreaks in the city. Thus, many students were killed or injured by the air bomb. When we are assembling on the sweet potato field, we suddenly heard the unusual loud sound of a plane's propeller. We watched a B-29 bomber and 2 or 3 parachutes in the blue sky. Suddenly, we were attacked by a terrible blue yellow flash that left us stunned. At the same time, we were blown off the ground by the blast of the bomb. Then the heat wave reached us. We could hear the sound of our face and hair were burning. We didn't have any idea about what had happened. A few minutes later, we stood up and saw the skyscraping mushroom-shaped cloud shining in a shade of pink. At first, we were relieved that we weren't seriously injured. But we found that exposed portion of our body, such as the face, necks, and hands, had been burned, and those wounds were painful. A crowd of injured people from the center of the city had gathered to the ground. Their clothes were ragged and they were almost naked. They walked like ghosts. All the burned people cried out, "Water! Give me water!" There are many bodies floating in the rivers. A few days after, soldiers who came to rescue proved those bodies are out and piled them on the bank for cremation. On the night of the August 6th every year, a special ceremony is held on the bank. Lanterns are floated along the river to comfort the souls of the victims. The city was burned and reduced to ash in one night. There are many burned black bodies on the street and bridges. People couldn't find the names of the victims, and couldn't even tell if the bodies belonged to men or women. The injured who couldn't reach the river tried to take refuge in the firefighting water tanks. However, the tanks were crowded and the amount of water was limited, and they died while swimming. There are many temporary crematories in the city and the suburb, and the bodies were cremated day and night. The number of unidentified ashes is roughly 70,000, and the ashes were kept in the atomic bomb memorial mound. People entered the city to find their families who were missing. They didn't know the effect of the radiation of the air bomb. Those people became the entry victims, and some of them became sick or died later from the effect of radiation. The burnt portion was separated and maggot bred there due to dirty conditions. The firebreak should have protected the citizens from the fire of bombings. However, the lives of the many students and citizens who were mobilized to construct the firebreaks were lost. The war ended 9 days after the bombing. We had complicated feelings about the defeat and also relief. During the war, our electric lights had to be covered or turned off to prevent the escape of light to the outdoors. On the night of the end of the war, I kept the light on all through the night, and I enjoyed it. Fortunately, all of our classmates recovered within 1 or 2 months, and most of them are still alive. Although we survived, we can't feel any happiness when we remember those who died. So we didn't want to talk about the memory for many years. However, when those of us who survived became 60 years old, about 100 classmates wrote down their memory about the bomb and published a book. The name of the book is Popular Trees. The popular trees will transmit the story from generation to generation. So I summarize of the book and I translate it into English. I joined the HIP when I reached 69 years old. I'm praying for peace through the A-bomb testimony and a guided tour around the peace park.